Hi, I'm Scott. Welcome to the channel. Today I wanted to go through kind of my experience over the first 2 weeks of taking Mounjaro. Talk a bit about side effects, a bit about the nutrition, what I've been eating, workouts, what exercise I've been doing, and ultimately at the end go through kind of results, what I've seen over these 2 weeks, and different products that have helped me along the way so far. So at the start of taking Mounjaro 2 weeks ago now, I weighed 100 kilos. I'm 5'8" and 38 years old. So yeah, let's get into it. So the first 2 weeks and my experience. So I did a lot of research before deciding on weight loss injections. Watched a lot of videos, good, bad, indifferent. Looked at all the side effects, what other people had found, and took the plunge. So bought the medication online about a month ago now, and then it took realistically 2 weeks for me to pluck up the courage to actually do it. Absolute fear of needles, injecting myself, one of those. So finally took the plunge 2 weeks ago, so Sunday the 6th of April. Did it at 10 p.m. I'd read and heard things that, if you are to have side effects, it's best to do it in the evening, so that then, you get the side effects when you're sleeping, I suppose. Took the injection and then just kind of stood there for 10-15 minutes, just waiting for things to happen, expecting to be, sick, get headaches, whatever it may be. But nothing did. Went to sleep that night, woke up the next morning, still feeling pretty fine, a little bit tired, but really, really dry mouth, like insanely dry mouth. And then from there, I knew that it's an appetite suppressant. That's part of the drug, of course, but I wasn't really prepared for how much it would kind of suppress your appetite. Before Mounjaro, I could easily inhale a large kebab in a matter of minutes, not even thinking about it. Whereas now, the first kind of couple of days, first week, even eating half a yogurt was uncomfortable. So I'll get into nutrition in a bit and what I did to kind of combat that, but that was a lot for me to kind of get my head around, I suppose. All I really felt in the first week was a little bit of fatigue, a little bit of tiredness, obviously absolutely zero appetite. And weirdly, the most vivid dreams I've had in my life, which I wasn't kind of expecting. Then for week 2, the second injection was a lot easier because it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be the first time round. It was quite easy to then take the second jab on the Sunday after. And now I feel that although my appetite is minimal, I'm able to kind of start eating more food, and I think it's good because I can dictate what I'm eating and when I'm eating it, and the level of calories and vitamins, etc. I'm putting in my body. Whereas before, I just kind of, if I got bored, I want to eat something, or I wouldn't choose healthy foods. Whereas now with this, I'm actively choosing healthier foods, and because I'm also not drinking alcohol now for the entirety of taking Mounjaro, I'm feeling loads better. So I started doing things. I got like a cold plunge and like a steam room here as well. So I've been doing that every morning. I think my mental health is the best it's been in a long time. So I'm really happy. Right, so just left the gym. Today was workout 4 for the week. I'm trying to get at least 3 and 4 if I can. Each week moving forward. This is coming to the end of my second week of taking Mounjaro. I didn't want to do it on the first week. I wanted to kind of just see how my body reacted to the medication, and if I had any side effects, etc. Work through it that way. So I just want to talk a bit about how I found this first week back at the gym. It's been tough, to be completely honest. The first workout, trying to do what I used to do at the gym, which is never a good idea, and realised pretty quickly it wasn't going to happen, because week 1 of the Mounjaro, I was really low with my calorie intake, I didn't have the energy, and so I ended up kind of nearly being sick a couple of times, nearly fainting, which was just fantastic. So what I've kind of learned very quickly is that I need to start fueling my body before going to the gym, whereas before I used to kind of get up, have a, I don't know, pre-workout or energy drink of some description, and then work out pretty much fasted. Now with the calories I'm on, it's just not doable. So I'll go into nutrition in a bit, but how I've been tracking everything is I've got like a Whoop kind of activity tracker. I've had it for about a year now, and it's really helped understanding kind of where I'm at when it comes to recovery, you know, how good my sleep's been, so then I can use that information to kind of see how hard or how not hard to push myself at the gym. Today was better, and the work I did a couple of days ago also not as bad, because I'm again swiftly learning to take it a bit easier. I'll try and put the Whoop data for my workouts up. Not great with computers, so I don't know if it's going to work or not. And then towards the end of the video, I'm going to talk a bit more about the nutrition side products I've been using that I found have helped. And what I will say is, if anybody watches this that is, you know, actively working out on Mounjaro, any tips or tricks for me would be brilliant. You know, if you want to leave them in the comments below, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, back to other Scott in the office. So with nutrition, now I found this the biggest struggle, really. Going again from eating quite a lot whenever I wanted to having no appetite was possibly the most difficult part for me. Made a few mistakes. So, you know, in the first couple of days, tried forcing myself to eat larger meals because I knew I needed the calories. But because it slows down your digestion so much, it was uncomfortable, and then uncomfortable for hours. So I very quickly learned eating little and often's a much better way of doing it. And also got some kind of the meal protein shakes from Huel. I'll leave kind of links down in the description for anybody else that might want it or might benefit from it. But having like a complete meal in a shake rather than kind of solid food massively helped me get the calories I needed in without the discomfort. Not only that, I've got like a Whoop wearable tracker which kind of tracks sleep, you know, exercise, all that kind of thing, and downloaded the Chronometer app. So it's a free app that connects to my Whoop, and so it can kind of tell me exactly what calories I need. Not only that, I've tried other apps, but it breaks it down in a bit more detail with the vitamins and all the nutrition that your body needs daily, weekly, etc. So I found that really useful to kind of scan the food I'm eating and put everything into there, so I can see that even though I was eating a lot less than I'm used to, it was nutritionally beneficial for me, which I thought was huge. So again, my day to day, I'm trying to stick to around just shy of 2,000 calories, and then looking at kind of losing, you know, around 1 kilo a week, because that should get me to my target, if you will, of around 80, 85, just before my son's born. So I'm actually expecting a kid in start of August, which is exciting and terrifying. Finally, the things I used and also the results I saw over these 2 weeks. So as I said at the start, you know, I struggled to get the amount of calories my body needed for the first, you know, especially the first week. So I ordered Huel. It's like a complete protein and like meal in a shake. So rather than having to force feed myself, you know, lots of solid foods meals, I suppose, that became uncomfortable very, very quickly. I got the Huel protein shakes. So I'm also going to start, obviously, I also started going back to the gym. And also like a meal replacement shake. So I've got these. So it's like just a normal kind of protein powder for after the gym. Right down there. And also this, so it's naturally complete food. So it's like 400 calories. It's a meal. It's got all the vitamins, minerals, etc. as well that you need. I will leave, there's a couple of referral links in the description for anybody that wants this, or if it helps anybody. You don't need to use it, it's obviously completely up to you. But yeah, protein was a big thing for me. Making sure I'm getting enough protein and not losing muscle whilst losing fat as well was quite big. So I've also got like this, which is casein protein, so it's like an overnight thing. So having one of those shakes before you go to bed just helps get more protein in, and again not lose as much muscle. And then from there, I wanted to make sure I was getting again enough vitamins and stuff in my body, and I wasn't kind of malnutritioning myself. So I got Heights, which is like an all-in-one kind of vitamin whatever in the morning. And then the only side effects really I've had is the constipation at the start. So I saw somebody else online that got these WellGuard like high fibre gummy things. I think they really helped. And not only that, some magnesium citrate. So having this in the evening helps with sleep, and also maybe a bit more regular. So again, I'll leave all these for anybody that it helps, I suppose. Anybody else who's starting their journey as well. When it comes to the actual injection itself, I did start with Newman. So like I said on my first video, I like the fact that there's like clinicians you can speak to on chat, etc. if you're having bad side effects or if you need any more advice. And it was, I think it's kind of 120 quid for the first month. But then after that, it goes up to like 220. So I did a bit of research online and saw a lot of other people using MedExpress, I think. And so yeah, I'll leave a referral code in there as well. I think it gets you 40 quid off your injection and gets me a bit as well, which is always a bonus. But again, up to you whether you use any of the links below. I just thought I might put these in just to see if it helps anybody else who are getting similar side effects to myself. Results. So I stopped drinking as well as eating healthier throughout these 2 weeks. Now, I used to drink a lot. You know, I could easily get through kind of 4-pint cans of beer daily, and then on the weekends drinking even more. So after the first week, because I wasn't drinking, I lost a lot, which I think is more down to water weight than anything else. You know, stopping drinking, that's going to happen. So I started the journey at 100 kilograms. After week 1, I'll put the image up here if I can do it. I'm not great on computers, but after week 1, I weighed 95.5 kilos. So a loss of 4.5 kg in the first week, which was madness. And then weighed myself this morning, and I've lost a kilo. So I'm now at 93.5. I don't know. I'll put them up anyway so you can see them. But that's the aim now, is because I've looked online. I think the healthy weight loss is around, up to a kilo a week. So that's what I'm aiming for. So if I can kind of lose 1 kilo a week, making sure I'm getting all the nutrition I need, that's the goal. Yeah, look, if you've watched the end, thank you. Any suggestions, comments, please let me know. If you're kind of going through this journey as well and you've got any tips for me, anything that you've learned, or I'm open to it. So yeah, look, thanks for watching. See you in a week.